Okay, and so then
Okay.
1, 2.
I'll do some prayers
Good evening.
and chants all the way up to here. And
Good
then from here I'll
evening.
start
Okay.
it. Okay, no worries.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? I am standing up. Yeah. I knew somebody was going to say that. Hi, Chris. This is me standing. I've got notes because I need them. First of all, thank you all for joining us here tonight. Melina, you okay back down there? You hear us okay? Great. First of all, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. And I want to say thank you to my incredible partner, Karen Brown. Karen, thank you. Is Chuck Nichols here? Is Chuck here? Chuck taught me that a long time ago. The first thing you do is you thank your wife and yeah, good move, Karen says. So I feel a little awkward here at Carl Eichenlaub's Boatyard calling it something else. But I'll do my best here to try to get through this. I want to thank and acknowledge Chris Thomas. Chris? Where's Chris? Chris has been the project manager on this. Chris, thank you so much. Chris has been incredible, this transition here. He's been working day and night and transforming this place into what it is today. We had an amazing architect, AJ,
okay, huh?
and then we had some creative folks that came along that, besides
awesome.
Karen Brown, that really helped tremendously. And one is Mark Albertazzi. Mark, can you say hi? Mark has been very creative in putting this thing together. And then a guy named Rob Robbers from Europe, who was an inspiration in many, many ways to what we've done here. Diversified construction. Karen and I just wrote the last check to them.
Is because we're facing north.
Wow.
So we're just going north.
We need you to sell a lot of seakeepers here,
we'll go west.
okay?
Then we'll come back
Because it was
one more time.
we went a little over budget. We may
then
have
I'll start
overstepped a
chanting
little bit,
and
but
working
we're thankful we're 90% full, occupancy-wise. So we're looking well there. And I want to thank. Is anyone here from the Morton family? The Mortons? Okay. Well, they have been incredibly helpful. And then I want to mention some folks that have always been an inspiration to me. John Lawn. John, thank you so much. And your lovely wife. I'll say Chuck Nichols. And our whole JB Yacht, just our team, which is somehow started from Karen and I up on that little space that the Mortons were renting to us. The two of us has now grown to 48 people, and we're blessed by every one of them. Rochelle, are you here? There you are. Rochelle is my right hand. Karen talked me into actually bringing somebody on board to help me stay organized and be where I'm supposed to be. So thank you. It is a challenge and a half, I know. So thank you. So thank you so much. Melina, can you say hi? There we go. And the Mortons are walking in. Great time. Here come the Mortons right behind. Mike, we were just acknowledging the family and all your help. And thank you so much to the entire Morton family, extended. And if I tried to, I couldn't probably name them all off right now. Mike and Matt and Mark and yeah. There's a lot of M's there, but thank you to the Morton family. And there's a special person here, Esmeralda. Where is she? Esmeralda right here. Esmeralda is our chief detailing officer, and she's the one that makes these boats look so good. Come over here. Come here for a second, Esmeralda. Come on over. We love Esmeralda. She's been working with us for so long, and she makes these boats look terrific, and we love you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
I love you so much too.
She's part of that 48. Tino, is Tino here? Tino? No? Tom Ellsworth? Tom's here? It's stuff in his face. Tom, thank you so much for the couple of years that you've helped guide me and correct me and and try to help me. And I appreciate it very much. Tom's been an incredible part of this team. Wayne, Wayne, there you go. Hey, Wayne. Ryan. These are the two guys that have been working their butts off, and they've been selling a lot of boats in the last few years, and we're appreciative of it. Ryan is a 28-year Navy vet, who we owe a great deal of gratitude to, and I appreciate your service. Thanks, Ryan. And lots of other folks around that I should continue talking about, and Karen will remind me of the ones I missed. But when we had this crazy idea of taking this project on, it was actually when Carl was still alive. And Carl and I made a deal, and we shook hands. And we made that deal happen right up to the point where his wife said no. So we had a deal. We were going to do this transformation of the Boatyard. I have no idea why Carl was so nice to me, but he was. He's an amazing guy. And who introduced me to him is Bill Munster. Bill Munster was the one behind all this. Munster introduced Carl and I was a poor Marine just getting out of the Marine Corps, starting to try to sell J-boats down the street here. And Munster introduced me to Carl, and we made a deal. And literally the day before, Carl's wife saw that it wasn't such a great idea. So about 12 years later, here we are. And the transformation of the yard that happened after Carl's death with a partner of hers, we decided to take this thing on, and we were so, I think, number one, we're humbled by taking this place on. For those of you who don't know Carl, he, and I have no idea why he was so kind to me. I have no idea. But I hear that story over and over again about Carl Eichenlaub, that he was so nice to people and so generous and so giving. And we are just absolutely blessed to be here in his space. So we've got some amazing tenants, and we decided to go with there was a movie about a baseball field out in the middle of Nebraska or some cornfield somewhere, build it and they'll come. So we decided to take that on, and we built this. And the longest tenant here, and he's still here, Mr. Harrison. There we go. There's Steve Harrison. Steve, thank you so much. Steve has hung in there. We've worked around Steve. We've worked Steve, and Steve, thank you for staying with us. We're so happy to have you here. And Steve's been here since 1995.
And has good Carl stories if anyone would like to hear them.
Yeah, any good Carl stories. And we're just truly happy to have you here, Steve. Jake, is Jake around? Jake, there you are. Jake's our wood guy. Jake, very much. Thank you. And Andrew Jones. Andrew, the Y. Andrew, yep, seakeeper. A long, distinctive career with the Morton families. I think he worked for the Mortons a long time ago and doing stuff with the Mortons for quite some time. Mark's Marine Electronics. Mark here today? Okay. The Yacht Doctor. The guys from the Yacht Doctor? Holy smokes. These guys are amazing. And they've started a new company called Shoresight. Right? Am I doing that right? Yep. Shoresight Marine. And you'll walk into their facility up there, and we're super excited about having you here. Some real quality craftsmen that are here. Eco Boats. Eco is our new tenant. Thank you very much, guys, for coming along. Yep. And Tom Ellsworth has now changed his hat, and he is now Harbor Guard. And if you can't miss that logo, right there it is. It's the brightest blue that you can see. Yeah.
Put lights on it.
And of course, Jeff Brown Yachts. We have the old Butler rigging yacht shop, and Paul. Is Paul here?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, right.
All right, there you go. Hey, Paul. Paul's our service manager. Paul is running that, and we have a great crew that's running out of that facility. So we're super excited about that. So let's talk about Carl Eichenlaub for a minute. Um, I wish I had somebody else here to describe Carl, but like I said, Carl was so incredibly kind to me. And after a Bill Munster introduction, and if any of you knew Bill Munster, he was the guy that you deleted the jokes right away when he sent you an email. They were deleted immediately. Bill had a great sense of humor, but he also had a way of just connecting dots that were a little bit unusual. And he did that with definitely with Carl. Carl was he'd probably be uncomfortable for me to say this, but he really was a man, a renaissance. Thank you. Karen and I practiced this earlier. He's a Renaissance man, and I'm having a hard time saying that, but I think he'd feel uncomfortable to hear somebody say that about him. But he truly was an amazing individual. He's a boat builder. In this little boatyard right here, he built world championship boats. And he was a world champion himself in the sailing community. Right, Steve? He won the Lightning, believe the Lightning Worlds himself. He wasn't think out of the box guys. He was a guy who just didn't think about the box at all. He came up with solutions that were amazing. He met a guy named Doug Peterson here and took a risk along with Doug and built a boat that was an IOR championship and won a lot of championships. He was also the boatwright for the U.S. Olympic team from 1974 to 2004. And the story, the funniest thing I heard of is, and he's got a great sense of humor, is that apparently during the opening ceremonies at one of the Olympics, he walked down with the U.S. basketball team instead of the sailing team. So Carl was about my height, and so here he was walking into the opening ceremonies of the Olympics with the U.S. basketball team instead of the sailing team. And I don't think he was embarrassed about it, but he was also known for his generosity. I'm told that in the Olympics, in the J24 class, the Brazilian team destroyed their bow pulpit, literally destroyed it. And Carl rebuilt it that evening and got them to get out and to be competitive again and continue on in the Olympics, which was a little controversial. But that's the kind of person he was. He helped everybody out. And I think other than, I'm told his golf cart driving was like really, really bad. He was a dangerous golf cart driver. And had a few accidents and I'm not sure the insurance guys are here, but there's some great stories about Carl and his golf cart. So I'm humbled to take over this facility. I hope that Carl would be, I think he'd be smiling right now, looking down and seeing what we've done to this facility. And I hope that you enjoy this evening. We've got an opportunity to have a blessing by Kapana. So Kapana, can I ask you to start your blessing? So we've got a Hawaiian blessing that's starting.
Yeah.
And
Mai kai ke mai luna mai o na mea huna noea o na mele ho mai ho mai ho mai na I ka hale me ka le ua. E hale le hua noi ana ka noi. O ka uno ia e ano ine ali ene ho I o ka hiki mai. A hiki mai no ko. A hiki puno me ki aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. Hu mai au he Hawaii, e hoi, e malama I nā kuliana, e maliu mai e. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.
Mai ka ino, mahalo.
Good, more?
Could you all hear me okay? Yeah? Can you hear me in the back? Okay, nice, eh? How many of you have been to Hawaii? How many of you been to Lahaina? Oh my Lord. Okay, I'm a Lahaina boy. So I'm pleased. Oh, can we just take 1 second here and just give a little bit of aloha to Lahaina? Mahalo, mahalo. He introduced me as Kapena. Aloha, my name is Kapena Malulani Perez, and I hail from Lahaina. I was basically raised in Lahaina, also in Honokowai, and east. There's a place called Honokohau. I don't know if you might know where that's at. That's more the northern side. I became kumuhula in 1999 and became kahu, which is what I'm doing today. So I'm your kahu for today, 2005. And my kumuhula lives in Puna. Her name is Ehula Stephanie. I come from the Kanakaole clan, if any of you know who the Kanakaoles are. So we kind of like the big hula people, right? Yeah. So what else do I want to share with you folks? As I grow older, and I know some of my young ones here can understand that, we kind of lose a little bit of our memory. So I brought me a little cheat sheet. Okay? First of all, though, just know that I'm honored to be in your presence at this time. And I'm grateful, and I'm mahalo to both you, Karen, Jeff, and Carl. I know you're here. Mahalo nui loa for having me here today to officiate this blessing. I would also like to thank our cousins, the Kumeyaay Nation, the peoples who are the caregivers of all this land that we live on. Their spirituality is what keeps this place fruitful and alive. To share with you what has just happened, where'd he go? Brother right here and we joined forces to blow our poo. And when we do such a thing, if you notice, we hit the four sides, northeast, southwest, the four elements, the four seasons. When we do that and we blow the poo, what we're actually doing is we're calling all of the sky people to hear us, to be with us today, that a ceremony is about to begin. There was the other chant that I had put out there, which was to ask for permission to be able to do this for you. Not for me, but it's the heavens that guide me to do this for you. Mahalo nui loa. The last part of the chanting that you heard, which we call Olde, was to, how would I say this? Basically what it says is that welcome. It's a welcoming chant is what it really is. And what it says is that we have all long waited for this day. And here it is. And that today, as I see all of you, that we all come with aloha. And so many of you have visited our islands, you know what that's all about. And I'll get into that in a little bit. Pulikako, what that means is let us pray. I'm going to pray for you. Father Most High, humbly ask for you to hear our prayer. Father, we are blessed and humbled as we give our gratitude for this very special day. And we thank you for the many blessings each one of us have received in our lives. And we thank you for the blessings of health, strength, the will and ability to be here today in this space. We humbly ask for your presence and guidance as we journey through the blessings for this beautiful space known as the old Boatyard, if you will. Carl, if you're listening, shaka bra. When I look upon you, I see a lot of amazing, wonderful people. And within you, let me back up just a minute here. I'm going to take a little bit of your time, and I won't be here all night. When I talk to my students, one thing I say to them is that there are 3 journeys that we take. The first one is that we actually do a separation. Now, you all have just left your homes, your businesses, wherever you came from. You separated from there, yeah? And then you came here. And you were given lei to represent what? Aloha, beauty, the Hawaiian Islands, the Pacific Islands. The second thing that we do is the journey. The journey that you go on each and every single day. The journey I'm taking you on right now. And then finally, we have the return. When we all fall here, what do you guys do? You all go back to where you went, where you came from. See, so there's 3 phases, I should call it. The first phase is separation. Second phase is the journey. The third phase is the return. And if you listen to what I just said, there is a key for you in your life. Every single day, you're on this journey. But you know what helps you on this journey? Aloha. Aloha. In fact, in Hawaii, aloha is a law. It is. So, one of our aunties was asked a long time ago to describe aloha. So we have A, akahai, L, lokahi, O, olu, olu, H, ha'aha, ha'aha'a, and what's the last one? A, aho nui. What is that? So when we say akahai, akahai is to gentleness. So when you go to places in the inner parts of Hawaii and you have an open heart, there's a gentleness about there. And sometimes you get this gentle breeze that just comes through. By loving, by showing others kindness, helping not only those close to you, but those who are not. Now, in doing so, this connects you to the Aina. So the land. So either here, which is a wonderful place where we live here in Caliponie, California, or when you go back to the islands, right? You open your heart and the islands will open its heart to you. Lokahi, which is unity. Be in harmony with yourself, your family, all people, and the world, and feel the interconnections of everything. To find pleasure in life brings pleasure into life. So these are little tidbits. Olu olu, pleasantness. Be a pleasant person who gets along with all people and the Aina, the land. You must forgive those who you feel have wronged you, including yourself. You need to forgive yourself and you need to aloha yourself. And then the doors will open for you. Ha'aha'a, modesty. Be humble about yourself. Not egotistical and or self-centered. Be concerned of others. Be concerned of their feelings as much as your own. And finally, we have ahonui, patience. Be happy with what you have now rather than impatient with what you want in the future. Now, the reason I took the time to break all that down is because aloha is more than just hello, goodbye, love. It encompasses a way of life. And as an aloha ambassador, I'm here to educate in that manner. So mahalo for allowing me this moment to share this with you, because I know y'all want to get down and have a little bit of celebration here, and I don't blame you. I think I will do this one in Hawaiian, olelo, and then also I'll translate it into English so that way you can feel what this is about. When we do chants or we do prayers in olelo Hawaii olelo language, there is always nuts and bolts to it. There's a rhyme and reason to everything we do. And we have chants for everything. You name it, we got a chant for it. And we got a prayer for it too. Just the way it is. Nā makua mai ka la hiki a ka la kau, mai ka ho'okui a ka halawai. Nā makua ya ka hina kua, ya ka hina alo, ya ka akau I ka lani. O ki hai ka lani, o e ka lani, nululi ka lani. Ka holo I ka lani, e ia ka pula pula, a o ko, e na a mokua. E mā lama o ko, ya mā ko, e ulu I ka lani, e ulu I ka honua, e ho mai ka ike, e ho mai ka ikaika, e ho mai ke akamai, e ho mai ka maopopono, e ho mai ka ike pāpālua, e ho mai ka mana. Wow. That's a lot when I have dry mouth. Mama ua no. So what that says is that the guardians, see, I have to go a little deep here. Guardians from the rising sun to the setting sun, from the zenith to the horizon, and guardians at our back, guardians in front of us. At the right side of the heavens, a whisper in the heavens, a reverberating above, rapidly moving in sky. Here are descendants of all Aumakua. Aumakua is our guardians. We all have guardians. And we have called them here. We ask that they take care of us, take care of all of us, take care of all the businesses in this space, all the people who are in this space, all the people who come to this space, all the people who work in this space. We ask that they be protected. We ask that they be guided in aloha. I am going to do more of this Hawaiian blessing, but what we do is we use the la'i, the tea leaf, and we use the water, the vai. We use the wa'akai, the salt, and the salt of the earth, yeah? And when you combine the two, but the way we do it is this way. So, blessing the water, arrowhead. So, I know. You know, Almighty, everlasting God. Excuse me. Behold, this water that is the giver of life. I ask that this water be blessed and purified and made holy. In the name of God, in love, light, peace, and trust. Salt. From the salt beds of Kauai. How many of you been to Kauai? Quite a few of you. I'm so happy. Okay, so, salt. Almighty and everlasting God, behold is the salt that is preserver of life. I ask that this salt be blessed and consecrated and purified. In the name of God, in love, light, peace, and trust. For as this water is holy and the salt is holy, may the union of these two be blessed and purified and consecrated in the name of God by the almighty power of earth, air, fire, and water. May this now be holy water to be used in goodness, love, light, peace, and trust. And we lift our love and gratitude to you, Father. Amen. What I'm going to do, folks, is because that's the entrance to this place, I'm going to start there and work my way over here. And as a bonus, you guys, I'm real sloppy. So you all will probably get a little wet. Okay? But if you're boat people, it shouldn't be a problem. All right, Gangy, here I come.
Is it going good?
Are you ready for this? If you're not, you will be soon. All right. I have so much fun doing this. Oh, I got you good, huh?